In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the front drive axle actuator on this GMC Sierra. This is going to be located in the front differential. Let's get into it. Now we're going to disconnect the battery. Use a 10mm socket, loosen up the negative terminal. And set that aside. Now you want to make sure the steering wheel is straight with the front wheels going straight, and it does have a lock. We're going to take the key out, but just in case, we're going to take the seat belt just so it doesn't spin by accident, and just attach the seat belt. Just buckle that, and that's going to prevent the steering from spinning and breaking the clock spring by accident. We're going to remove the wheel. Use a 22mm socket. Take the lug nuts off. And pull the wheel off. Using a 21mm socket, take this nut off. Oh, it's just spinning. If you need to, you can clamp that down. Use a pry bar and just pry the tie rod down so it stops spinning. That helps. And then you want to use some type of front end puller tool to separate this if you need to. This one came right off. Or you can even give it a good tap with a hammer on the bottom. Just be careful, you don't want to mushroom that over. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Disconnect the connector. I'm just going to use a pocket screwdriver or a pick. There's a little lock tab here. Just want to push that up, push down on the tab. Just get underneath here just to help release that. And then push that up. That's good. And using a trim tool, just get underneath the retainers. Just pop those up. You might need 2 trim tools. Helps out a little bit. Just get underneath. Just pry those out. And we're going to disconnect this connector. I'm just going to use a pick on the lock tab. It's a little red tab on there. Just pull that back. Push down on the connector. There we go. Loosen that up. Slide that off. I'm going to take the connector off the retainer. I'm just using a pick underneath here. There's a little tab. Push that up. We can slide that off, out of the way. There's another retainer here. Just use the trim tools. Just pop this up. All right, and the harness is disconnected. Using a 11mm socket, take this bolt out. Pull that out. I'm just going to use a pry bar. Just pry up on this. And this one's rusted on there a little bit, so I'm going to come up from underneath if I can. I'm just going to give it a tap with a hammer. All right. I'll just tap that up. Yep, it is slotted, so it's only going to go one way. I'm just going to use a pull jack underneath the rack, just so when we take the bolts out, it doesn't just fall. Then we can lower it down slowly. I'll take these 2 bolts out, use a 24mm socket. Take those out. Now over here, we're going to take these 2 bolts out, use an 18mm socket. top, and then this one goes through the frame. Just be careful, the rack is going to fall a little bit. I'll just use a magnet, take that bolt out. And I'm going to lower the pole jack. Just make sure the wires come down with it. I'll just move this out of the way. Just bring it down. And I'll just go to one side. I'm going to go to the driver's side so that we can get the tie rod out on the passenger side. There we go. And pull the rack out. Disconnect the connector. I'm just going to use a small straight blade screwdriver or a pick. Just push back on the lock tab, push it down, and I'll disconnect the connector. There we go. That little red tab there, just push down on that, slide that off. I'm going to use a large adjustable wrench. I'll loosen this up. If you have a wrench that fits, you can use that. There we go. Loosen this up. And I'm going to have a drain bucket underneath just in case any of the fluid comes out. You could also use some large pliers if you don't have a large adjustable. And I'll loosen it up by hand. And that comes right out. I take the new actuator. If you need to, you can just wipe the differential with a rag. This one's pretty clean. Get that started. You can use a little pipe sealer on there if the actuator doesn't come with it. Snug that down. Use a pipe wrench or adjustable wrench and just snug this. Not too tight, that's good. Take the connector, line that up, lock it down, and then push on that lock. That's good. Slide the rack in, same way it came out. Just take the wiring harness. I'm just gonna try to feed that up on top a little bit. Get the tie rod lined up on the passenger side. There we go. Push this up and I'll just bring the pole jack over and support it. All right. And just get this bolt started. There we go. Just a couple turns. And before we put this shaft on, the center shaft, you want to make sure you check the tie rod. I'm going to put the tie rod into the knuckle. Push that down. And then just make sure it looks like the wheel is straight. If you need to, put the tire on. Make sure it looks like the wheel is going straight down the road. So then that shaft is lined up properly. And ours looks good. So we can try to get this on. If you need to, at this point, we can lower the steering rack down again, just temporarily to get that to line up. Just makes it easier to put this on before we slide this all the way up. Push it back up and get that bolt started. Use the pull jack. Just raise this back side up. All right. Looks good. And get that one started. And just make sure this is all the way down. Take the bolt, get that started. Snug that down. Now we're going to torque this to 33 foot-pounds. That's good. And put these bolts in place. Get these all started before you tighten any of them down. You can raise or lower the steering rack as you need it. Oh yeah, still. There we go. Get that started and get this one. All right, those are all started. I'm going to tighten these down. Snug those down. Snug those down. Make sure the wires didn't get in the way. Now we're going to torque these to 162 foot-pounds. There we go. Now we're going to torque the smaller bolts to 74 foot-pounds. There we go. Now I'm going to lower the pull jack, take that out of the way. Now connect the connector. Lock that in place. You can push down on the lock. And we'll slide this retainer in place. Actually, this is going to slide this way. Clip it in, and then push the other retainers. Get those lined up. That's good. Right there. Line this connector up, lock it down, push down the lock, and push the retainer in. And put the nuts on. Using a pry bar, just going to go underneath, pry down on the tie rod, snug up the nut. Now we're going to torque this nut to 26 foot-pounds. And then you're going to go an additional 90 degrees. Now put the wheel on. Get the lug nut started. snug those down. Now we're going to torque the lug nuts to 140 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Go around again, double check. Take the negative terminal, get that lined up. We'll snug it down. Give it a wiggle, make sure it's tight. Now we can disconnect the seat belt. Take that off the steering wheel. You want to hook up your scan tool and recalibrate the steering, and you should be good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.